Hey, what it do? So today's pick a card reading is, why are you beautiful just the way you are? All right. I've been channeling a song by Christina Aguilera, and it's called Beautiful. All right. So that's why I was inspired to do this reading, this message. So yeah, I definitely feel like sometimes we need some encouraging words or messages to hear, and beauty is how you feel inside, and it reflects in your eyes. It is not something physical, okay? So this reading is not going to be really based on your physical form, okay? Some messages may come out about your physical form, all right? But, it's more, I'm hearing the song Beauty's only skin deep, okay? So we're going deeper than the surface today, all right? So let's get into it, all right, you guys? I have 4 cards for you to choose from, all right? First card is the 6 of Pentacles. The second card is the Queen of Cups. The third card is Justice. And the fourth card is the Sun, all right? So I will be sure to timestamp each card below and leave it, below in the description box, all right? So, yeah, let's get into it. I also would like to say this may not be for everybody, you dig, all right? So, don't be coming at me in the comments. This is not me, my messages may not be for everybody. It's okay. It's okay though, all right? But, yeah, let's get into it. So, for those of you who chose the 6 of Pentacles, all right, we're about to see, why are you beautiful just the way you are? All right, before I even get to shuffling, let me get into it, I'm about to read this card with what we're working with right now, right? But, for those of you who chose the 6 of Pentacles, I definitely feel like you're a giver, all right? I definitely feel like you're a giver. The 6 of Pentacles definitely represents charity, okay? So I definitely feel like you're a charitable person. You may like to be of service to others. Yeah, I definitely feel like those of you who chose the 6 of Pentacles, you're a giver. You like to give. You like to, I'm here, you like to help others. And you don't have to just, it doesn't have to be material things that you give. It could be just giving someone a pep talk, motivation, or an encouraging message or word, all right? And with you being this giver, this person who likes to give, I feel like you may be very abundant, okay? You could be financially abundant, or materially. Some of you could be very abundant material-wise, fancy home, fancy car, whatever, or you just, really have it to give, in the financial department. But I'm also getting that a lot of you who chose the 6 of Pentacles, I feel like you're very abundant on the inside, with you being this giver, and I feel like it comes to you naturally. That's something that you do for from the heart, I feel like that's what makes you beautiful just the way you are, most definitely. You've been this giving soul, this person who loves to give, I'm hearing you also, you could possibly be a teacher, you know, a leader, a mentor, or a life coach. Because I'm just getting that, you know, you may like to, I just feel like you may like to, you know, with you being this giver, you may give knowledge, you know, wisdom to others. Like I said, encouraging words or messages, you know. And that's what makes you so beautiful. I feel like not only are you like, you know, like I said, some of you may not be very abundant material wise, but I feel like your abundance come from within. You're a very abundant soul. Like, I just feel like I'm hearing you have enough to give. You could be a nurse, you know, you could work in a nursery home or something, or around the holiday times you may like to go and give to the homeless. I definitely feel like that. Some of you may be earth signs, okay? And if you have a lot of money, I feel like for those of you who may, because I feel like I said, when I say y'all, some of y'all, you know, I definitely feel like your abundance come from within. I feel like you have an abundant spirit, soul. I feel like that just means you have a rich spirit, okay? You're rich within. And for those of you who do have it material-wise or financial-wise, you know, I just feel like y'all are, some of you definitely are earth signs, and you may be very down to earth. So let me pull like one more. And then I can let y'all know what all fell. You probably can see what else, you know, what all has failed so far. All right. So those 3 cards fell out. So, okay, you guys, we have the 3 of Wands. We have the 3 of Swords. We have the Hierophant. Temperance. We have Temperance. All right. We have the Knight of Wands. We have the Lovers. 5 of Cups. Death. It says everything is fine. King of Cups. 9 of Swords, okay? Okay. So definitely with this Hierophant coming out, I definitely feel like, you know, this is just confirmation. I definitely feel like, you know, some of you may be a teacher or a leader in some kind, you know, in some type of leadership position, mentor, life coach. You could just be your own boss. You could be an entrepreneur, you know. I feel like you may like to help those, you know, I definitely feel like you may like to help those in need or those who are less fortunate than you. Because we do have the King of Cups who came out. Very abundant. I just feel like y'all very abundant, okay? But yeah, most definitely. I feel like some of y'all, I feel like, wow, okay. Some of you may need to create more, maybe boundaries, you know? I feel like you may be this giver, but you don't always get what you put out. Like I feel like you may not always get equal give and take. I feel like sometimes you may give and give and give, you know. I'm gonna pull up some more cards, y'all. Yeah. 4 cups. Okay. Yeah, I feel like some of y'all may, you know, give and give and give sometimes till you know, feel depleted, like empty. You know, that's what I'm hearing. And when you look at the Temperance, but I feel like you may know how to go within and recharge. But if you look at the Temperance, look, definitely know how to look. Definitely know how to fill your own cup, okay? The High Priestess and 2 of Swords. You know what? I'm finna pull some cards from here, y'all. Sometimes I feel like you may give and give and give, like, But you may not always have had, you know, like, equal give and take, like. The 2 cards have slid out is Forever Young and Creative. So I feel like that's what makes you beautiful as well. You may be very creative, or just the things that you create for yourself in your life, you know. And I definitely feel like you're forever young, or at least you look this way, okay? Or you may have, you know, be forever young in spirit. And creator did come out, so maybe you are creating something to help people. Okay, some of you, okay. Maybe you do something online. Some of you may not. But with you being this giver, this person who loves to give, be a helping hand is what I'm hearing. You may have created something that helps others, okay, or you are in the works of creating something to help others, you know, you could have your very own platform, okay. You could be where you encourage others or you motivate others, because I am getting that some of you may be a life coach or a mentor, definitely getting a natural born leader, you know, a teacher of some kind, okay. This is what makes you beautiful. What you're creating is not selfish. It's not out of a selfish act, is what I'm getting. And with you being this giver, I feel like sometimes you may forget to fill your own cup, is what I'm getting. It says different. Different only means being yourself. So I feel like you're different, or whatever it is that you're doing is different, okay? It's beautiful. I feel like those of you who chose card 1, the 6 of Pentacles, I feel like you are a very selfless individual. You're selfless. It's why sometimes I feel like you may forget to fill your own cup sometimes, okay? Because you are so busy helping others, or always trying to help others, or be a helping hand, okay? And this is what makes you very beautiful, okay? Very beautiful, okay? That's very beautiful, y'all. That's beautiful. I only took 3 cards out of this deck right here, and I just, you know, I'll pull a couple more for y'all, but I feel like that's just it right there. Like, I feel like I don't. And then with me seeing the High Priestess, I feel like you help others by maybe help others. Some of you may help others by teaching them the knowledge and the wisdom, the things that you know or that you have learned, okay? Look, when I see divine, I definitely feel like you are divine, you know, especially with the Temperance coming out, especially what I told y'all. I feel like some of y'all are definitely some earth signs, and then we had a Temperance card came out. So a lot of you, I feel like a lot of you who chose this pile, you are earth angel. Who chose the 6 of Pentacles, you're an earth angel. So this is just confirmation you're definitely divine, okay? So I also just heard you may be a starseed, you know, because you have come here and you're helping others, and it's just something that comes to you naturally. So I feel like some of you are just definitely like your natural born leaders, you know, whether you try to be or not, you know. That is very beautiful, okay? Very beautiful. Don't change a thing, baby. Wow. I'm going to take these 4 cards before I wrap it up. But we have understanding. So I feel like you may get people on a deeper level. Yeah. Especially with you being this earth sign, you know. Very intuitive with the High Priestess that came out. The High Priestess came out. The High Priestess is very intuitive. One of a kind. Yeah, you different. You're one of a kind. I feel like you may be very authentic, you know. Because my different card came out, and my different card says different only means being yourself. So this is why you are beautiful just the way you are. Just being yourself. You know, I just feel like that's what my different card is saying. You're different. As long as you're being yourself. You're beautiful. Confirmation, you're definitely a healer. You heal others. You heal others. You help others in some type of way, some shape or form. Like I say, you could be a doctor, you could be a nurse, you could work in a nursing home, you could like to send out encouraging messages, or just see someone homeless and always trying to help people is what I'm hearing. You're always trying to help people. And that's a beautiful thing, you know? I feel like we was definitely put here, even though it doesn't go that way, but I feel like we was definitely put here to help each other, work together, united, you know? Unity, man. Unity, definitely. I believe in unity, okay? United, we stand. Divided, we fall. United, we stand. Divided, we fall. We gotta come together to save our world. Divided, we fall. United, we stand. We gotta come together to change our world. United, we stand. Divided, we fall. Period. Okay? Look at that. Temperance. You're an earth angel. You was definitely sent here to help this world. Help this world, you know, bring a change. And last but not least, is truthful. I feel like you may be a truthful person. That's beautiful as well. We don't have too many honest people out here in this world, you know. You're just beautiful, all right? Card 1, those of you who chose the 6 of Pentacles. What makes you beautiful is that giving, you know, I want to say heart. Is the fact that you bring love and light is what I'm hearing. We are the lovers. I feel like when you get with someone, you know, relationship, you help heal that person. Just you being in that person's presence, you know, you're a healer. Y'all beautiful, okay? Beautiful just the way you are, you know. That's what makes you very beautiful, okay? All right? So I thank y'all so much, okay? That completes this reading, this message, all right? If it resonated with you, give it a like, comment, or subscribe, all right? If it did not resonate with you, feel free to check out another pal, okay? But I thank y'all so much, all right? Until next time. All right. So, for those of you who chose card 2, the Queen of Cups, we're about to see why are you beautiful just the way you are, all right? So I will say, those of you who chose card 2, the Queen of Cups, I feel like you may be very loving, kind, and caring, you know. That's the vibes I get from the Queen of Cups when I see the Queen of Cups, okay? And some of you may be Pisces as well. If not, you just may be a water sign. But when I see this Queen of Cups, I definitely get loving, kind, and caring, okay? So those of you who chose the Queen of Cups, you may just be that, okay? You just may very well be that. Very loving, very kind, and very caring, okay? And I feel like that's, you know, one of the reasons why you are beautiful just the way you are, okay? So never change that, okay? Never change that about yourself. Never allow anyone to change that about you, or, you know, make you go cold-hearted, put your ice on froze, like none of that, you know. Don't allow anyone to change that beautiful quality that you have about yourself, because that's very beautiful, all right? That's what makes you beautiful, okay? With you being this kind person, you know, this kind individual, or should I say this kind soul, some of you may be friendly. You know, you may be a very friendly person. Very sweet, very nice, okay? Generous as well. You may like to offer. You may be the type of person might offer a person a ride, or see someone hungry and offer them, you know, or someone homeless, offer them some money, or offer someone some food, you know. I feel like you may have good hospitality as well. And I feel like you are considerate. Some of you, you know, who chose the Queen of Cups card too, you know, with you being considerate, I feel like some of you may open the doors for people. So I feel like you may be well-mannered as well. For my women and my men, I feel like, you know, you're the type of person who definitely has good hospitality. I also feel like if you're out in public, you may be the type of person who holds the door. You know, everybody don't do that. They walk in a place, someone right behind them, and they will let the door slam in their face or something, you know. But I feel like, you know, you're the type of person, you may be the type of person who open the doors for others, you know, or leave the door open, or, you know, I just feel like you're very considerate. You may be very considerate of others' feelings, how people feel. Yeah, definitely, you know, especially with you being this Queen of Cups, I'm already getting, you know, you may be definitely an empath. That's why you're very considerate, because you're very empathetic. You can feel others' feelings, emotions. You can feel it without even trying. It's just a gift. It's a gift. Being an empath is a gift. It can become draining, though. I can tell you that. Being an empath can become very draining, okay? Feeling others' emotions and all that stuff. So I feel like you're deep. You're deep. You may be a deep diver. You're very deep. You can feel others like on a deeper level. You can get people on a deeper level. Very understanding. You might want to go check out card 1, okay? Because they're understanding as well. And when I say you may be very understanding for others, you know, you understand people, meaning you get people on a deeper level, okay? All right. That almost popped out, child. All right, let me take one more, y'all. right. So we have the Seven of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, the Empress, the Magician, the Chariot, the High Priestess, the Hierophant, and the Ten of Swords. So I will say this, with the Empress coming out, this definitely explains why you're so loving and kind and caring. A lot of you may be in that Empress energy, okay, at this time. Or this is the energy that you're in most of the time, okay? You know, the Empress is very loving, caring, creative, okay? Definitely confirmation with the Magician coming out, okay? Some of you could be mothers, all right? Some of you could be pregnant at this time as well. But this is why you're beautiful, you know, just the way you are, all right? Because you're very loving and kind and caring, and understanding, okay? So, and the High Priestess came back out as well. And with the Queen of Cups, that's just double confirmation. You're very intuitive. This is why you get people, you feel people on a deeper level. The Seven of Swords. You just may very well be a leader as well of some kind, okay? The Hierophant came out again. So you definitely may be some type of teacher, or leader, or mentor, you know? You may like to help others as well. Or just being, like I said, a leadership position. Or you have people that look up to you, for sure. Yeah, we got the Queen of Cups, the Empress, the High Priestess, the Hierophant. I don't know what some of you do, but, you know, you definitely have some people that see you in a high position or a high light, okay? Also, I feel like with the Queen of Cups and the Empress coming out, you have a warm heart. That's what makes you very beautiful. Your warm heart. Let me pull a couple more. I'm going to pull a couple more from here, y'all. And then I'm about to see what's going to come out of my very own deck, okay? All right. That was 2. We have the 5 of Pentacles, and we have the 4 of Pentacles, okay? Okay, so some of you may be water signs. Like I said, and I feel like some of you may be earth signs. Some of you also may be air signs, all right? Okay. Spirit. I feel like you have a beautiful spirit for my spirit card to fall out. Gorgeous. Okay. So gorgeous came out. So not only are you beautiful on the inside, you have some beautiful inside qualities. Don't know how you feel about yourself, all right? But you are gorgeous. That's what I will say, all right? You are gorgeous. I mean, we had like beautiful women just popped out, and beautiful women who are, that's why I say I don't know what it is you do. You may be an entrepreneur is what I'm getting. I just feel like it's something in a leadership. You may have some type of leadership position. I definitely feel like people may see you in a high light, a very high light. Now, how you feel about yourself, baby? But I definitely feel like people view you to be in a high light. You're gorgeous. I don't care what you may think, how you may feel. You're gorgeous, okay? I mean, if you look at these women who are in like higher positions, all of them are beautiful. We have the Hierophant, beautiful lady. We have the High Priestess, beautiful. We have the Queen of Cups, beautiful, period, you know? And the Empress, beautiful. You dig? All right, beautiful. So, hey, you're gorgeous, because they are definitely gorgeous, you know? And you are too, all right? Let's see what else. Oh, my goodness, y'all. Y'all have people who, you're the whole package. I don't know if you know this, baby. But I feel like people view you to be the whole package. Because I'm also getting with this High Priestess coming out. Y'all are very smart, very intelligent, good looking. You also can dress, because these women, you know, looks nice. They're dressed well, very well put together. You may have some people that look at you like you are beauty and brains, you know. Some may look at you like beauty, brains, and body, because these women are giving me body, baby, okay? You know, curvy, all that. Listener, you have some people who feel like you are a good listener. And the fact that you are a good listener, this is what makes you beautiful. You being this great listener is what I'm hearing. And I also feel like with you being this good listener, you may give very good advice. That's what makes you beautiful. You make people smile. I feel like you may have a beautiful smile. Motivator. I feel like you may motivate others, even, you know, naturally. You may not even try, but you're definitely a leader. That's why I say you may be a motivational speaker for some of you, or just with your encouraging words or messages that you may have. Okay? But you motivate others. That's what's beautiful, okay? I feel like you may motivate others to do better or be better, or, you know, some of you may motivate others to be their greatest version, you know, to improve, to evolve, you know, to elevate, change in their life is what I'm hearing. You take charge. This is also what makes you beautiful. You take charge. You're a go-getter. You go after what you want. Yeah, y'all some go-getters. I feel like that's what it is. If you're not a teacher or a mentor or a life coach, I feel like some of y'all are entrepreneurs. That's what's beautiful. That's what another thing that makes you very beautiful. You know, you take charge. You go after the things that you want. You're a go-getter. You know what I'm saying? You don't just sit around and wait for no handout. You're a boss. You're an entrepreneur. You're all about your pentacles. Y'all, I got so many pentacles out here, baby. That's what it is, honey. Yeah, okay. You work for what you got, okay? And you create this. You're a powerful manifester. This is why this came out. You're the co-creator of your life. You are the magician. And I feel like you're co-creating with spirit very well. This is what makes you very beautiful, because you're making stuff happen in your life. You are the magician. Beautiful. That's what makes you very beautiful, baby. Very beautiful. Let me pull a couple more, y'all. I keep seeing leader. This is just confirmation that y'all are a leader. You know, natural born leader. You don't wait for others to do things. You know, before you do things. You know, to others to start things or do things before. You know, you don't wait for others to do things so you can start it. You know, or someone to give you the okie dokie. You go get it. You do it. You know, go get it on your own, baby. Yeah, you are strong. This is what makes you beautiful. You are strong. Courageous is what I'm hearing. You don't look to others, you know. I feel like you have a beautiful mind. You may make wise choices. You may not have always done this, but I feel like you have learned to do this. But that's all I'm going to take, okay? Card 2, all right? I got 2 other cards or pals, whatever you want to call it, to go. But basically, this is why you are beautiful just the way you are. You powerful manifester, you. Like, you know, you're beautiful, all right? And then you teaching people, not only you're manifesting, like, such great fortune for yourself, okay? But you're helping people in the process, you know? You're being very loving and kind, you know? And even if you're not trying to lead others, I feel like just by you, you know, naturally doing what you do and going after what you being this go-getter, going after chasing your dreams, going after what it is that you want, making things happen in your life, you have people that's looking up to you. That's beautiful, okay? Because you have people looking up to you and you're not trying. You're just living your life doing you, creating something magnificent for yourself, such abundance for yourself, because you have a lot of pentacles laid out here, y'all. Well, some of you may have been, you know, some of y'all who from Pile 1 probably came over here because, you know, y'all are definitely with all these pentacles giving me earth sign, earthy vibes, okay? Even if you're not an earth sign, you may have an earth high placement in your chart, okay? An earth sign, okay? Because y'all are down to earth with it is what I'm getting, you know? I'm definitely getting some water signs over here, and I'm also hearing Pisces, okay? But I thank you so much, all right? If this didn't resonate with you, feel free to check out another pal or another card, okay? If it did resonate with you, give it a like, comment, or subscribe. Yeah. Until next time. So, for those of you who chose card 3, Justice, we're about to get into it. We're about to see, why are you beautiful just the way you are, sweetheart? All right? Why are you beautiful just the way you are? All right? Let's get into it. You dig? Period. All right? So, okay. With this Justice card coming out, baby, I will say you may be a Libra, okay? Some of you may be Libras. I'm not saying all of you are. But some of you may be Libras, okay? Some of you may have Libra high placement in your charts, you know? It is. But those of you who chose the Justice card, okay, I feel like you may, you know, you may be a very truthful person, a very honest person. I feel like you may believe in fairness, so you may be very fair. And, you know, because Justice card definitely represents, you know, a Libra. That's why I said some of you may be Libras, all right? But this Justice card definitely represents truth, fairness, and law, okay? And law, okay? L-A-W, law, period. E, all right? So, you know, you may be a very truthful, very honest person, a very fair person is what I'm getting, okay? Okay? You also may work in the justice system. But I feel like what makes you so beautiful is how fair that you are, how true, why you are beautiful just the way you are. Your honesty, you know, your truthfulness, your fairness. You may believe in equality is what I'm hearing, you know, just how fair that you are, you know, in the world that we live in, baby. Everything and every it's not so fair, you know. Some people, you know, it's not fair. It's almost like, okay, if you got this amount of money, then you can do this and you can get away with that. You hear me? You know, you feel me? If you got this much, you know, money or this high ranked or high position, then you can get away with something if, you know, quicker or better than someone who ain't got much of shit. Okay. You know, or who has less than. Y'all, what the heck? But so I definitely feel like, you know, that's what makes you beautiful, because, you know, and then, you know, in this world there's favoritism, there's what's that called, definitely favoritism, you know, almost darn near everywhere you go sometimes, you know, there can be favoritism. But I feel like you're a very fair person. You may see things, oh my gosh, y'all, the Hanged One, that just remind me, I was just gonna say, you may see things from all angles. The Hanged One, baby. And the original tarot deck is called the Hanged Man. Listen, you see things from every angle. You're the type of person who people can go to for reasoning, because you don't choose a side. You're able to look at things from each person's point of view, from all angles. Look at the Hanged One. The Hanged One views life with a whole totally different perspective. Period, baby. Ooh, your perspective on life is beautiful. Child. Oh, yeah. I love it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I like that. For real. And I just like how it came to me. And then I looked down and I'm like, whoa, the Hanged One goes with exactly what I was going to say. Because, you know, when I see this, it's definitely the Hanged One. The Hanged Man sees things from a whole totally different perspective. See things from all angles. This is why the Hanged One is upside down. Because the Hanged Man view life at a whole totally different angle than most people. Period. Ooh. Y'all, okay, wait a minute now. You know, that's what makes you very beautiful, honey. That's what makes you very beautiful. Your out view on life, your look on life, the equality that you know, you might be trying to make some, I just heard make a difference. You're trying to make some type of difference in the world. Or you know, you may be believe in equal rights or something, you know. Some of you may be, like I said, you may be a lawyer. Because I'm definitely getting somebody, you know, somebody working in the justice system, okay? Let's see what we got, y'all. We got the Five of Swords. We got the Four of Wands. We got the Page of Wands. We got the Hermit. Okay. And we have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. I also feel like you may like to go by the book, okay? I feel like you definitely may be the type of person who likes to go by the book. I dropped the card on the floor. I'm going to see what it is, y'all. It's the Page of Pentacles, so I'm definitely going to take it. Well, I just hear some of y'all may see the world in like a childlike type of perspective, you know? I don't know, you know? Because I have two page, I had the Page of Wands came out and the Page of Pentacles, okay? Yeah, why I keep dropping cards? The Tower fell on my lap. We have the Two of Swords. We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Knight of Swords. And we have the Ace of Swords. Some of you may be air signs. Okay. Some of you may be a fire sign as well. I'm definitely getting air signs over here. Definitely. And I said that. Oh my gosh, y'all. I said Libra. Some of y'all may be some Libras. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And that's funny because, you know, the swords definitely represents air sign. And when I say most of the cards that's laid out here are swords. So y'all definitely some air signs, baby. Oh my goodness, and a lot of you may be Libras, okay? Or just have that highly aspect in your chart. Okay, a few of you, like I said, may be an earth sign, okay? And a few of you may be a fire sign. But I'm strongly getting the air signs up over here, baby. And Libra, what I'm getting, because, you know, if they're justice, Libra definitely believe in justice, fairness. I think that's what's beautiful about you, because people don't feel like, you know, I feel like people can come talk to you and get like an honest opinion without you having to take sides. You're the type of person people can get reason from, people can come to, because you're able to give people a whole nother point of view, you know, on life or their situation. I feel like people can come to you about a relationship problem or a relationship issue or something going on in their life. And they know that you're going to be truthful, that you're not going to choose a side. Some of you may have couples that come and talk to you, okay? But they know that, people know that you're not going to, people can come to you for reason. They know that you're not going to choose a side, and that you're going to be able to hear them out and pinpoint some things without even having to take a side. I feel like that's what makes you very beautiful. I just heard trustworthy, so I feel like people can trust you. I feel like people can trust you to make a decision if they have to leave a decision up to you. Wow, that's interesting, y'all. That's beautiful. I really don't even need, I mean, you know, I can get some for clarification, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I straight off see like exactly what it is for those of you who chose the Justice card. You know, what makes you so beautiful. You know, also what people love about you is that you don't choose a side. You're able to see things from all angles. You're non-judgmental. You don't judge. You don't judge people or things. You're not judgmental at all. And if you make a judgment call, this 9 times out of 10 is right, you know? That's why I said some of you may be lawyers, baby. You're not afraid to call out bullshit either, is what I just heard. You are not afraid to call out some bullshit. You know, I have to look. I'll be looking at my cards. And as I'm looking, I'm getting messages. And I definitely feel like, you know, you're not afraid to bring down a sword if you have to. You're not afraid to call out the bullshit, okay? Set some things straight. If don't nothing come out of here, I ain't gonna worry about it because I'm getting messages just looking down at the cards that we already got presented to us, baby, okay? You know, that's what makes you beautiful. Just the way you are. What hit the table is natural beauty, so, hey. What makes you beautiful, just the way you are, is that I feel like people, even if you don't see this, I feel like people, you know, you just need to know, honey, that you are naturally beauty. You're a natural beauty. You look good. Even if you may not feel this sometimes. And then look honest. You know, what you believing in, you know, fairness and truth. Definitely feel like you're an honest person. You're very honorable. You're very honorable is what I'm getting. That's what makes you beautiful. Is that you're very honorable. I feel like people can trust you. People can trust you with a secret as well is what I'm getting. People definitely can come to you about things because they know, look, that you are truthful. They know that you're going to be truthful about things. They know that you're going to be fair. That you never choose a side. And you can see things from every angle, baby. Every angle. All right, let me pull one more, y'all. Because I really don't need much for my deck. Like, that's wonderful. That's beautiful, y'all. We have aura. So I feel like you may have a very beautiful aura. Hair. Something about your hair. Even if you're not all that about your hair, baby. You have beautiful hair, you know. Your hair is beautiful, period. You know, just the way it is. Or don't be afraid. Some of you don't be afraid to try a different hairstyle. You may be afraid to experiment with your hair. If that's what you want to do, baby, do it, okay? But something about your hair. I feel like some people may find you to have, some of y'all have some really nice hair, you know, or keep it very nice. It's definitely something about your hair. Definitely feel like you believe in peace or you're a very peaceful person, or this is what people definitely feel. But I got to end this because I got one more card to do, y'all. But I will say, for those of you who chose the Justice card, card 3, I will say what makes you beautiful just the way you are is the fact that you're very honorable. Yeah, you're very honorable. Your honesty is why you are beautiful. Just the way you are. Fairness. You know. Giving people a chance, you know. Not being judgmental. And being able to look at things from a whole nother perspective, a whole nother point of view. Being able to see each person's side of view. That's a beautiful thing because some people are narrow-minded. Some people can't see things but one way, and it's their way, okay? So that's what's so beautiful about you, though. I feel like even if that comes to you and someone else, an altercation or just some type of debate or a problem. You're able to look at something from another person's point of view, okay, who may have a disagreement with you. You're able to look at the person who is disagreeing with you. You're able to look at things from their perspective. And that's beautiful, you know, because it's a lot of people who are one-sided in this world, but I get that you are not, and that makes you very beautiful, sweetheart. All right. So I thank you so much. All right. Card 3, those of you who chose the Justice card. If it didn't resonate with you, feel free to check out another pile or card, okay? If it did resonate with you, give it a like, comment, or subscribe. Thank you. Until next time. Okay. For those of you who chose card 4, the Sun, we're about to get into it. We're about to see why. Okay. Let's get the stuff. Okay. So, like I said, for those of you who chose the Sun, we're about to see why are you beautiful just the way you are, okay? I will say, you guys, those of you who chose the Sun, I will say, when I see the Sun, first and foremost, the Sun is the most positive card in the deck, okay, that you can get, all right? So I feel like y'all may be very positive people. Happy-go-lucky is what I'm hearing. But I feel like your positivity is what makes you so beautiful, baby. Your positivity is what makes you beautiful just the way you are, all right? You know, you keep being that positive star, shining star, because the Sun is the biggest star, all right? A lot of people don't know that the Sun is a star. It's the biggest star, all right? So you keep shining that big, beautiful light of yours, all right? Because that's why, you know, one of the main reasons why you are beautiful just the way you are. You have such a big, beautiful light within you that shines out. Some of you may have glowy skin, nice skin. You may not, but still, it doesn't matter. You may not think you do, I will say that. But yeah, you have a big, beautiful light. I feel like you may be very energetic as well. I feel like you may also help uplift others' spirit. You're good at that. You know, you're good at making others smile and happy. Also with seeing the Sun, I feel like what makes you beautiful just the way you are. I feel like you may have a nice smile. I don't care. I don't care. If you don't like your teeth, baby, you still got a nice smile. It don't matter. You know, some of you may have very nice teeth. You may do like your teeth. But, you know, I just need you to know that you have a nice smile. I feel like some of you definitely may have a nice smile. You might have dimples, you know. Some of you may be self-conscious about your smile, okay? Or don't like to smile often, but I feel like people love to see when you do smile. You know what I'm saying? For those of you who don't smile that often. Because I feel like you look even more 10 times beautiful when you smile, all right? But yeah, I feel like I just heard a burst of energy. Like, your energy is amazing, baby. Like, it's amazing, you know? Feel like you're very upbeat, you know? I don't care if you go through something. I feel like you find a way to get over things, and you don't allow things and people and situations to get you down. If you do, it doesn't keep you down long. That's what I will say, because, you know, we are the spirit, but we also are human while we here, you know, we're part human too, okay? So we do feel things. So I feel like, you know, even when you do get down, you find a way to get over things, to uplift your own spirit. You know, I'm definitely giving me healing vibes. You know how to heal yourself, but I feel like you're also a blessing to others. You know, you heal others even if you're not trying, just by you shining that beautiful light. Coming around people with that beautiful energy, it gets other people going, you know. I feel like you may be also the life of the party. People love to have you around. People love when you come around. We have the Queen of Swords. We have the Lovers. And we also have the Queen of Wands. Oh, let's look at these two cards, y'all. Two of Cups. Ten of Swords. Some of you may be Leos, okay? Some of you may be a Leo. Some of you may be a fire sign. Ten of Cups. Oh, I feel like y'all are definitely happy people. I feel like not only are you happy, even when you're not happy, I feel like you make others happy, you know? Something about you, baby. Especially when me seeing this, the sun in the Ten of Cups come out. I feel like y'all are joyous people. You bring joy to others. That's what makes you so beautiful. You bring joy to others. I feel like even when you feel down or you're down, you like to still make others feel good. That's what makes you so beautiful, okay? Card 4, those of you who chose the sun. That energy, such a beautiful, uplifting energy. I definitely feel like you're very uplifting to others. I feel like that's what makes you so beautiful too, because I feel like some of you may like to uplift others. Like, that make you feel good just to put a smile on others' face. Ace of Wands. Yeah. Some of you may like to encourage others, motivate others, always have an encouraging word, uplifting message to say to others when you see them. Definitely feel like you put a smile on others' face. You're the sun, baby. You put a smile on people's face. Definitely feel like you may be some of you may be a very energetic person, you know, and then you come around with that beautiful energy, you get everyone else going. Yeah, that's what I just heard. And look, 3 of Cups. I definitely feel like some of you are the life of the party. People can't wait till you come around, baby. People can't wait till you come around. When you come, that's when the party begins, is what I'm hearing. Oh, wow. Yep. Yeah, definitely feel like those of you who chose the sun card, you have a really great personality, you know. Uplifting. Beautiful personality. Feel like you may have a good sense of humor. You may be very funny, you know, very humorous. Yeah, I feel like people, when you come around, people have a good time. You make people laugh. You make people smile. You make people happy. Oh, you're so beautiful. Oh, y'all beautiful. For real. This is what people, you know, some people, you know, feel like the outer is just what makes you beautiful, but man, a person can have such a nice outer, but if that inner is not matching, it kind of dulls the outer. I don't care how good you look. If you're ugly on the inside, it just, to me, for real, I don't like to see someone who physically look nice, but so ugly, so nasty, so mean, or bully-like. On the inside, their energy is very ugly, you know. always unsatisfied or trying to do things malicious and or mean, but they look nice. Like, it just, to me, it takes away from their looks. But I feel like some of you definitely may be beautiful inside and out. I definitely feel like what makes you so beautiful is that inner world, that inner light that you have. 8 of Wands, 8 of Cups. Yeah, I definitely feel like, and then, wow, y'all, some of y'all may be some water signs, okay? Definitely feel like y'all some givers, you know. You like to give others your energy. You like to make people happy. You like to give people good energy. You produce good vibes, great vibes, positive vibes, you know. Your vibes is contagious, period. you know, your vibes is contagious. Some of you may be air signs, okay? And some of you may be a fire sign, you know. With the sun coming out, definitely feel like some of you are Leos, okay? Leos are definitely a good time. They are funny, they are fun. But you don't want to cross a Leo, okay? You don't want to get on a Leo bad side, I will say that, okay? But Leos are actually a good time. You just don't want to get on their bad side, then that's when you will see that fire come out. Leos are actually caring too about the ones they love and stuff. Very caring, you know. Just don't piss a Leo off. You're gonna see a whole nother side. But yeah, y'all so beautiful. This is why you are beautiful just the way you are. Don't change that. Don't let nobody ever dim that big, beautiful light you have, baby. It's beautiful. Wow, the Empress came out. Some of you may be mothers. I just feel like you may be very loving and caring and creative, you know. And Knight of Pentacles. I'm going to pull a few from my deck, y'all. Okay, before I end this reading. But, you know, we already know what it is, baby. What makes you so beautiful just the way you are. It's that beautiful inner world that you have. That beautiful light. Your great personality. You know what? It's funny. This stuck out, okay? And I pushed it back in and it just shot out to the right. Spirit was like, you should have took me when I had it hanging out like that. So let me shoot it out. Maybe you gonna go ahead and get the hint. Okay, Spirit, I got it. Y'all natural beauties, okay? And that's what makes you beautiful just the way you are. You don't need makeup. I mean, some of you may wear makeup, but you don't need it. You naturally are beautiful. And what's so wonderful about that is that you're beautiful inside and out. And you know the Empress is beautiful. The Empress is like the whole package, if you ask me, you know. And I feel like some of you may have been through some things because the Empress is the mother of the deck. The Emperor is like the father of the deck, you know. Some of you may have been through some things to get you to this point in this energy that you are in. You may have learned to look at the brighter side of life with the sun, you know, card being out. I definitely feel like, you know, something may have changed your perspective, you know. I feel like you have a beautiful outlook on life, and that's why you are beautiful just the way you are. Some of you could be in a beautiful relationship, loving relationship. Connection with someone. Wow. Some of you may be very mentally stimulating because it flew out, okay? I feel like you may make people think. when you speak to people, they always remember like the last thing you said or something you told them. When you speak to it sticks is what I'm hearing, what you say to others. Because I feel like it's beautiful things that you speak. I feel like with you being this sun, you speak life. You speak life into others. Especially with you being such this, you know, uplifting soul, uplifting individual. I feel like you try to speak positivity into others. You may see someone down and you like to uplift their spirit. You leave people mentally stimulated afterwards, after a conversation with them. You leave them feeling good about themselves, but also thinking about what you said to them. Whatever encouraging message you have said to them. Some of you may be animal lovers, because I keep seeing this, and I have animals in my pictures. I mean, well, in my cards, you know what I'm saying, horses and stuff. So some of you may be animal lovers. Love animals. Look, confirmation, you're full of life. Yeah, you may attract a lot of energy vampires too. But you're full of life. This is why you are beautiful just the way you are. And like I said, don't let no one dim that big, beautiful light of yours, okay? Never let anyone drain or suck the life out of you. Not an energy vampire. None of that, you know? I definitely feel like people can see themselves partnering with you, a partnership with you. You have people who can see themselves having a 10 of cups with you. Because you're so beautiful, loving, caring, okay? Inside and out. I feel like it's inside and out for this Empress to come out, you know? You're helpful. You may also have a strong faith, you know, as well. Confirmation, some of you may be earth signs. It says take charge and go get her. So I feel like you may take charge, and you may want to check out card 1, okay, pal 1. Because I feel like you may take charge in your life, maybe a go-getter. You know, you don't wait for things to happen in your life. You go after them. You may be very free-spirited. And I feel like you being this free-spirited person, you know, or just this free-spirited soul, it's what makes you beautiful just the way you are. Yeah, people show themselves after I said that, soul. Fun, just confirmation, you know, you're fun, loving, caring, you know. So I feel like you may have some people who view you to be the whole package. Compassion showing itself, so you may be very compassionate, and that's one of the things that makes you beautiful just the way you are, the compassion that you have for others. a lot, y'all. And I cannot take all of them, honey. That's a lot there. Oh, I will take this, y'all, because this... this is just confirmation what I tell you. I feel like some people definitely may find you to be the whole package, you know? Can see themselves having the 10 of cups with you, man. Woman, you know, whatever, you know, with you, especially with you being this empress energy and possessing such a big, beautiful light within you as the sun. And then, you know, we have the Lovers card came out, the Lovers in the 10 of cups. My bad, y'all. The Lovers in the 10 of cups. So, you know, you definitely have some people that, you know, some people may fall in love with you easily, you know. You may have a lot of romantic offers or options. I will say offers come at you, especially with me seeing this 2 of cups. You have people who wouldn't mind giving you their cup, you know. Just feel like you're the whole package card for you, you know. You possess such a big, beautiful energy, uplifting energy. The whole package, you know. Just beautiful, beautiful, powerful, okay? You know, your big, beautiful light, your energy, you know, your uplifting spirit, you know. And this is why you are beautiful just the way you are, you know. So never let anyone dim that big, beautiful little light of yours. Yeah. But I thank y'all so much, card 4. If this message resonated with you, give it a like, comment, or subscribe. If it didn't resonate with you, feel free to check out another pile, all right? But I thank y'all so much. You keep shining bright, okay? Like the big, beautiful sun that you are, all right? And never let anyone dim that big, beautiful light of yours, okay? Because this is what makes you beautiful, just the way you are. So don't change that, okay? Period, all right? Thank you. Until next time.